Beloved ones, I greet you in the light of eternity, in the breath of the divine that has called you here at this very moment. Do not think it a coincidence that your eyes have found these words, that your heart has been stirred to pause and listen. There are countless distractions in your world, countless voices that clamor for your attention. Yet here you are, resting in a moment set apart. This is not chance. This is a divine appointment. Heaven itself has orchestrated this pause in your journey so that you might receive what has long awaited you. I come not with a message rehearsed or prepared by human thought, but with a transmission alive, burning, flowing straight from the throne of the Most High. It is spontaneous, yet eternal, fresh in this very moment, yet older than time itself. For these words were written into your story before your first breath was drawn, before the foundations of the earth were laid. And now, beloved, they come alive to awaken you. You have felt it, haven't you? That quiet longing within, that unnamed ache, the sense that there is something more, something you were born to hear, something you were born to know. You have felt overlooked, unheard, forgotten by the world. Perhaps your prayers seem to rise but never return with answers. Perhaps your efforts were poured out yet never recognized. In your silence, in your hidden battles, you wondered if heaven itself saw you. Hear me clearly now, you are seen. You are known. You are not forgotten. Your presence in this moment is proof that heaven's eyes have never left you. The Council of Light has gathered on your behalf. The great witnesses of eternity lean close, and the voice of the Father has spoken your worth into the fabric of creation. You are chosen. You are precious. You are loved beyond measure. Do not scroll away, beloved. Do not let your heart wander. Stay, for this message carries the weight of your destiny. It is not a whisper to the masses, but a call to you personally, spoken into the marrow of your being. I, Michael, servant of the Most High and guardian of your soul, stand before you to declare, your time has come. Heaven moves for you. Grace surrounds you. Restoration reaches for you now. The Council of Heaven has proclaimed a renewal. Youth restored, beauty renewed, strength reborn, destiny reignited. This is not empty poetry, nor the soft comfort of wishful words. This is decree. This is law in the spirit already set in motion. You who have felt diminished will rise again. You who have felt time slip through your fingers will know rejuvenation. You who have feared that your days of purpose are behind you will find that your true journey is only beginning. Stay with me, beloved, for what follows is not only encouragement but transformation. As you open your heart to these words, as you allow their truth to settle deep within, the shift will begin. Not tomorrow, not in some far-off future, but even now. The warmth you feel stirring, the light flickering within your chest, is the divine presence sealing this truth into your spirit. You are about to remember who you are. You are about to rise. Beloved one, consider the weight of this interruption. In a world that rushes endlessly forward, where days blur and moments vanish into noise. This pause is holy. It is as though time itself has bent to make room for you. In this instant, the noise fades, the veil parts, and heaven speaks your name. I say it again, heaven speaks your name. Not the name others have labeled you with. Not the titles of failure, weakness, or insignificance whispered by those who could not see your worth. No, beloved. Heaven speaks the name written on your soul since before your birth, the name that carries your essence, your destiny, your eternal worth. This is the name the angels know, the name inscribed in the Lamb's Book of Life, the name that echoes in the throne room every time your prayers ascend. Do not take this lightly. You have been called, set apart, chosen to receive what others have overlooked. The sense of being invisible, the ache of being passed over, was never because you were unworthy. It was because heaven had reserved you for this moment. The treasure of your destiny was kept hidden until the appointed time, and beloved, that time is now. Feel the weight of those words. Now. Not yesterday when you thought you were ready. Not tomorrow when you think you will be more perfect. But now, in this moment, as you are, with all your questions, scars, and uncertainties. Heaven does not wait for your perfection to move. Heaven moves because of your worth, and your worth has never been in question. I know your heart whispers, but why me? Why now? And the answer is simple yet profound. Because you are loved. Not for what you have done, not for what you might do, but simply because you are. The Creator delights in your existence. The Father treasures your breath, your being, your presence in creation. You are not an accident, not a mistake, not an afterthought. You are a deliberate, divine expression of eternal love. So hear me, beloved. The divine interrupts your journey today to declare restoration. The years that seemed wasted will bear fruit. The beauty that you feared had faded will shine again, brighter, truer, refined by your journey. The strength you thought lost will rise like an eagle's wings within you. Your destiny is not behind you. It unfurls before you even now. Lift your head, beloved. Look into the reflection not with doubt but with reverence. For the one staring back is sacred, cherished, anointed. The world may have failed to see it, but heaven never did. Heaven has always seen the crown resting on your head, even when you bowed it in shame. And now heaven speaks. Rise, beloved, for you are crowned anew. This is not mere comfort. This is the first step of your transformation. The interruption is holy. The moment is yours. Let your heart receive it fully, for it is only the beginning of what is to come. Beloved one, let us pause and break a chain that has bound your spirit far too long, the lie of being overlooked. How many times have you felt unseen, passed over, dismissed as though your presence mattered little? How many nights did you whisper into the darkness? Does anyone even notice? Does anyone care? And when silence answered, the shadows whispered lies. You are invisible. You are not enough. You are forgotten. Hear me with clarity. Those whispers were never heaven's voice. They were the echoes of doubt, the schemes of darkness, the residue of a world blind to divine worth. But beloved, heaven has never overlooked you. From your first cry to this very breath, your name has been known in the council of eternity. The angels have carried your prayers like fragrant offerings. Every tear has been counted, every sigh recorded, every moment of despair seen and held. Yes, you felt the weight of silence. Yes, you endured seasons where no hand reached for yours. But the truth is this: heaven was not absent, it was preserving you. You were hidden, not forgotten. You were reserved, not rejected. A precious jewel is not left exposed to careless hands. It is kept in safekeeping until the right moment of unveiling. And beloved, that unveiling is now. The council of heaven has declared, your time of restoration has arrived. You who thought your beauty had dimmed will see it renewed. You who feared your strength had faded will feel it reborn. The lines of weariness upon your face, the heaviness in your spirit, the weight of time itself, heaven speaks renewal over them. Just as the eagle casts off its feathers and soars with new wings, so shall you be renewed. Do not resist this truth. Do not look into the mirror with doubt, shaking your head, saying, not me. Yes, beloved, you who endured the fire, you who bore the silence, you who carried burdens no one else saw. You are next in line for heaven's blessings. You stand at the threshold of divine restoration. There is urgency in this moment because hesitation allows the old lies to creep back in. Do not give them room. Do not let doubt intercept what heaven places in your hands. For just as surely as you are reading these words now, the Spirit is moving, and the warmth you feel even in your body is not imagination. It is presence. It is heaven's embrace, touching your weary frame, infusing you with renewal. Remember the promise. They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Beloved, this is not a distant scripture. It is a present reality being spoken over you now. I tell you plainly, your reflection is sacred. Do not despise it. Do not curse it. Look again and see not just flesh and bone, but the temple of the divine, the vessel of eternal purpose. You are holy ground. Your body, your being, your presence is cherished by heaven. The lie of invisibility is shattered. You are not unseen, you are celebrated. You are not forgotten, you are remembered. You are not overlooked, you are chosen. Rise from the shadows of doubt. Beloved, the time of hiding is over. The crown rests upon your head, and the council of heaven rejoices as you step into your renewal. This is your moment. Take it, receive it, believe it, for the divine has spoken, and nothing can overturn what has been decreed in your favor. Beloved one, now that the lie of being overlooked has been shattered, I call you into the embrace of your true identity. For too long you have seen yourself through fractured mirrors, mirrors shaped by criticism, comparison, disappointment, and fear. You have looked at your reflection and questioned its worth. You have measured your soul against the fleeting standards of this world and found yourself lacking. But hear me, heaven has never measured you by those scales. Heaven's decree is different, eternal, unshakable. You are sacred, you are chosen, you are loved. Beloved, look within. Beneath the scars, beneath the weary sighs, beneath the burdens carried for so long, your essence shines untouched. This is the truth of who you are, not defined by failures, not limited by age, not diminished by the judgments of others. You are a vessel of divine light. Every breath you take is evidence that heaven delights in your being. You are not a mistake. You are a masterpiece. I know the questions that rise in your heart. But how can I accept this? How can I believe I am worthy when I feel so broken, so unworthy? Beloved, worthiness is not earned, it is bestowed. It was woven into your being the moment life was breathed into you. The Creator did not hesitate when forming you. Every detail was chosen with love. Your worth has never been dependent on your perfection, but on the eternal love that holds you. Now heaven calls you to embrace this truth, to surrender the doubts, the fears, the false labels, to let go of the habit of lowering your eyes in shame and instead lift them with reverence for the sacred reflection you bear. When you see yourself, see not only flesh but the image of the divine. See the light that flickers in your eyes as the very spark of eternity. See the resilience in your heart as the mark of divine strength. Do not fear the passing of time. Do not tremble before the changes in your body or the lines etched by the years. These are not signs of loss but of testimony. They declare survival, endurance, wisdom. Yet even here, beloved, renewal comes. For heaven decrees that your youth is being restored, your strength renewed, your beauty rekindled. Not as a return to what was, but as a transformation into something greater. You are not being sent backward, you are being elevated forward. So I ask you now, will you accept it? Will you open your hands and receive the gift of renewal? Will you allow the warmth you feel, that quiet stirring in your chest, to become your evidence? Heaven waits not for a grand gesture, but for a simple yes. Just a moment of surrender, a willingness to believe, even for an instant, that you are as loved as I declare. That instant, beloved, is enough to unlock the floodgates of grace. Beloved one, step into your identity, no longer as one overlooked, but as one crowned, no longer as one forgotten, but as one remembered, no longer as one diminished, but as one destined. The treasure of who you are is rising, shining, unstoppable. This is your identity. This is your truth. Embrace it, for heaven embraces you. Beloved one, as you begin to embrace your divine identity, heaven does not leave you with words alone. The Eternal confirms truth with presence. and presence with power. Even now, as your heart opens and your spirit listens, there is a warmth stirring within you. Perhaps you feel it in your chest, like a gentle fire. Perhaps in your hands, like a soft current of energy. Or perhaps it rests as a quiet stillness, a peace that settles deeper than words. This, beloved, is no imagination. This is the touch of the divine. So often you have wondered if heaven was distant, if your prayers vanished into empty skies. Yet I tell you, every prayer has been heard, every word carried, every sigh treasured. The warmth you feel is heaven answering not with explanations but with presence. For what greater proof is there of love than to be held, to be embraced by the very one who formed you? Remember the promise, I will never leave you nor forsake you. These words are not bound to the pages of history. They live now, they breathe now, they apply to you in this very moment. Heaven has not forsaken you. Heaven has not abandoned you. If anything, heaven draws nearer now than ever before, wrapping you in renewal. Do not dismiss it. Do not call it coincidence or mere emotion. Receive it as holy, for holy it is. The Spirit does not brush against you by chance. The Spirit fills, restores, breathes life anew. Even now, the heaviness upon your shoulders lightens. Even now, the despair at the edges of your mind begins to lift. Even now, a stirring of hope rises, not from within your own strength, but from the wellspring of heaven itself. Beloved, let your heart believe what your body feels, that you are being renewed. For the warmth is more than comfort. It is confirmation. Confirmation that the promises of renewal are not distant but unfolding. Confirmation that youth, beauty, and strength are not memories but gifts restored. Confirmation that the divine walks with you, breathes with you, loves you beyond measure. Can you feel it? That glow that expands with every breath you take? That steady rhythm whispering that you are held? That is the sign. That is the seal. That is heaven's way of marking you as beloved. So lift your face, beloved. Allow yourself to smile even if tears fall. For the warmth of presence is the embrace of eternity, and it is yours, not for a moment, not for a fleeting second, but forever. You will never walk alone. Let this truth anchor you. The warmth you feel is the same presence that renews eagles' wings, that parts seas, that raises what was thought dead to life again. That presence rests on you now, and as it rests, it restores. This is the gift of heaven's nearness. This is the embrace of the divine, and this is the beginning of your transformation, beloved, not in theory, but in living reality. Beloved one, pause for a moment and realize, you have never been unseen. From the first breath you drew into this world, the eyes of heaven have rested upon you. Every step, every tear, every silent prayer, every hidden sigh has been recorded in the eternal heart of the divine. You have lived moments where you believed no one noticed, where your efforts went unrecognized, where your pain seemed to echo into emptiness. Yet I tell you now with all the certainty of heaven itself, you have always been watched with love, with tenderness, with unwavering attention. Do not confuse the silence of heaven with absence. Many times you wondered, does heaven even hear me? Does heaven even care? And in those moments, beloved, you did not realize that heaven was closer than your very breath. The Eternal does not turn away from your struggles, but leans in to listen more closely. The counsel of light does not ignore your cries, but gathers them like precious jewels. Every tear that fell from your eyes became a gem in heaven's treasury, proof of your courage to keep living, to keep believing, even in the shadows. And now, beloved, the heavens proclaim what the earth has failed to declare. You are beautiful, not by shallow standards, not by fleeting measures of appearance or achievement, but by eternal decree. The divine has spoken your beauty into existence. Your worth does not waver with age. Your light does not diminish with time. You are radiant not because the world affirms it, but because heaven designed it so. Can you hear this proclamation, beloved? It is louder than your doubts, stronger than your insecurities, truer than the voices that told you otherwise. Heaven calls you worthy. Heaven calls you chosen. Heaven calls you beloved. Ask yourself, will you believe it? Will you let go of the distorted reflections and embrace the truth that has always been yours? For the angels do not speak empty words. When we call you radiant, it is because you shine. When we call you strong, it is because you endure. When we call you beautiful, it is because beauty is the essence of your spirit. Imagine now, beloved, heaven placing a crown upon your head. A crown not of gold that tarnishes, but of eternal glory. It rests gently yet firmly. It does not slip, it does not break, it does not fade. This crown is your inheritance, a sign that you are both seen and celebrated in the courts of light. Can you accept it? Will you allow yourself to wear what heaven freely offers? The choice is always yours. Heaven never forces, heaven only offers. But oh, beloved, how I long for you to step into the fullness of what has always been yours. To see yourself not through the eyes of fear or comparison, but through the eyes of eternity. To know without hesitation that you are enough, not because you have earned it, but because you are. And hear this, the transformation is already beginning. Even as you read, even as you breathe, heaven is weaving renewal through your being. The lines of weariness upon your heart are softening. The heaviness in your spirit is lifting. A new strength is rising, quiet but unstoppable. You are not waiting for change, beloved, you are living it now. So trust this truth. Heaven has seen you. Heaven has heard you. Heaven has named you beautiful. And no power, no shadow, no lie can erase what has been written over you. Beloved one, now that you have received the truth that heaven has always seen you, let me take you further still. For it is not enough to be observed and known. you must also be adorned with what has always been yours. And so I speak to you now of the crown. In the courts of eternity, there are crowns that shine brighter than any jewel of earth. These crowns are not fashioned by human hands, nor do they carry the weight of earthly power. They are crafted of light, woven with divine love, and infused with eternal glory. And one of these crowns bears your name. Perhaps you doubt this. Perhaps you look at yourself and think, "Me? How can I deserve such a thing?" Beloved, hear me clearly. Crowns in heaven are not earned by perfection, nor denied by imperfection. They are bestowed because you are chosen, because you are beloved, because you have endured when you thought you could not. This crown does not erase your scars. It honors them. Each mark upon your heart, each wound you carried silently, each valley you walked through, these have become the jewels set into your crown. They shine because you survived. They glimmer because you endured. They sparkle because you refused to surrender your spirit. Can you see it now, beloved? Angels lifting this crown gently, lowering it toward your head. You bow, perhaps uncertain, perhaps unworthy. But heaven does not hesitate. The crown is yours, and the moment it touches you, you feel its weight, not heavy, but holy. It rests not to burden, but to remind you that you are royalty, that you belong, that you carry within you the dignity of eternity itself. And so I ask you, will you wear it? Will you dare to see yourself as heaven already sees you? Not as broken, not as overlooked, not as less than, but as crowned, radiant, chosen. For when you wear this crown, beloved, you do not walk the same way you once did. You stand taller not in pride, but in purpose. You speak with greater authority, not to dominate, but to uplift. You carry yourself as one who knows their worth, not because the world said so, but because heaven decreed it. Understand this. The crown is not only a gift, it is also a calling. For those who wear it are called to shine, to bless, to reflect the glory they carry. This crown is not for vanity, but for testimony. It tells the world that heaven has claimed you, that your story is sacred, that your presence carries weight in the grand design. And when the doubts come, and they will, you need only remember, the crown still rests upon your head. No shadow can remove it. No voice of accusation can snatch it away. No fear can diminish its radiance. It is sealed upon you, beloved, by divine decree. So rise now in the dignity of one who has been crowned. Let your steps echo with confidence. Let your words drip with kindness. Let your life radiate the light that is now undeniable. You are not waiting to be chosen, you are already chosen. You are not waiting to be worthy, you are already crowned. And as you accept this, know this too. You are not crowned in isolation. You are part of a great tapestry, a great chorus of souls, each adorned in their own way, each carrying their own glory. Together you form the living crown of heaven upon the earth, a testimony that the divine still walks among humanity, still restores, still renews. So wear it well, beloved. Wear it boldly. Wear it gently. For this crown is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of your reign in light. Beloved one, now that the crown rests upon your head, I must reveal to you a deeper truth. This crown did not appear without cause. It was not placed upon you by chance. Every trial, every delay, every hardship you endured was shaping you, preparing you, refining you for this moment. I know the nights you cried and asked, "Why me? Why this? Why must I walk such a hard path?" You thought perhaps you were being punished, perhaps forgotten, perhaps abandoned. Yet none of these things were true. Every valley you crossed was chosen not to break you, but to strengthen you. Every fire you passed through was not to consume you, but to purify you. Every delay was not denial, it was preparation. Beloved, understand this clearly. Without the trials, you would not have the strength to carry the crown. Without the weight of suffering, you would not have the depth of compassion. Without the tears, you would not have the well of wisdom that now flows within you. What you thought was wasted time was actually divine investment. You see, destiny is never light. It is never effortless. To carry light into a world of shadows requires endurance, courage, and resilience. That is why heaven allowed you to walk the road you walked, because only through the pressing, the breaking, the testing, could the oil of your anointing be released. Think of gold refined by fire, beloved. It must be placed into the heat again and again, until every impurity is drawn out, until only brilliance remains. Was this not your story? The fires came, yet you endured. The heat rose, yet you did not collapse. And though you felt consumed, what truly burned away was never your essence, but only the illusions, the fears, the doubts that tried to cling to you. This is why heaven now declares you radiant, because what remains after the fire is pure. What remains after the storm is strong. What remains after the struggle is eternal. I say this not to glorify your pain, but to honor your perseverance. For many fall under the weight of hardship. Many grow bitter. Many lose faith. Many abandon their calling. But you, beloved, you kept walking. You held on even when your hands shook. You prayed even when your voice trembled. You chose life even when death whispered in your ear. And for this, heaven crowns you. So do not despise the trials of your past. Do not curse the delays, nor the disappointments, for they were the very soil in which your destiny took root. Every unanswered prayer was an unseen preparation. Every closed door was heaven's redirection. Every burden was shaping the strength that now carries your crown. And beloved, know this too. Your trials have not only transformed you, they have equipped you. For the world is filled with souls still walking their valleys, still enduring their fires. And when they encounter you, they will see not only your crown but your scars. And your scars will speak louder than any sermon. They will say, "I too walked through the fire and I did not burn. You can survive this too. That is the beauty of transformation. It is never just for you. It becomes a light for others, a testimony that ignites hope where hope was fading. You are not only the recipient of grace, you are now a vessel of grace. So lift your head, beloved. Do not hide your story. Do not diminish your journey. For heaven has redeemed every step, and what once seemed like suffering without meaning is now a crown of wisdom, strength, and light upon your life. Remember always, trials are not the end of your story. They are the pathway to glory, and yours has only just begun. Beloved one, now that you have understood how every trial has shaped you, let us move into the mystery of renewal. For heaven does not leave you merely refined by fire. It restores you, renews you, and breathes into you a life that springs fresh, even after long seasons of weariness. This renewal does not begin on the outside. It begins within. Too often, the world teaches that transformation comes by altering appearances, by chasing youth, by clinging to what is fleeting. But heaven's way is deeper. The renewal that flows from the divine starts in the unseen, in the secret chambers of the heart, in the marrow of your soul. Beloved, feel this truth. You are being made new, not only in body, but in spirit. The heaviness you carried for years is lifting. The fog of despair that once clouded your vision is clearing. The broken pieces of your heart are being gathered and restored. Heaven does not patch wounds, it makes whole. And what is made whole carries a strength greater than before. Do you not feel it, beloved? Even now, as my words reach you, there is a warmth moving through you, a holy current whispering life into the places you thought were barren. That is the touch of renewal. That is the pulse of eternity awakening within you. And understand this, renewal is not just for your own joy, though it will bring joy. It is also for your purpose. When heaven renews you, it is so you may walk further, shine brighter, love deeper. Renewal equips you not only to survive, but to overflow. To overflow with compassion, with wisdom, with hope that touches those around you. I must remind you, this renewal cannot be stolen. The enemy of your soul may try to whisper that it is temporary, that it will fade, that it is too good to be true. But those are lies, beloved. For what heaven begins, heaven completes. What heaven gives, no hand can take away. Renewal is not a fleeting feeling. It is a permanent infusion of grace. The Eternal does not breathe life into you only to let it wither. No, beloved, you are being restored from the inside out, and that restoration will carry you forward all the days of your journey. Think of a tree once withered by drought, whose roots suddenly find a hidden spring beneath the earth. Slowly at first, its branches straighten, its leaves return, its fruit ripens once again. That is you, beloved. You are being nourished at the root by heaven's living waters. And though the outward change will soon be seen, the deeper miracle is happening unseen, beneath the surface, where the roots are drinking deeply. And here is the promise. As heaven renews you within, your outer life will begin to reflect it. Joy will return to your eyes. Strength will return to your steps. Peace will radiate from your presence. Others will look upon you and see not simply a person, but a light, a testimony, a walking sign that heaven still restores. So do not resist this renewal. Do not question it. Do not cling to the ashes when heaven offers you beauty. Open your heart wide, beloved, and let the flood of grace flow freely. For it is not given in measure, it is poured out abundantly. Remember, renewal is not the denial of your past, but the redemption of it. Every scar is now infused with glory. Every loss is now a seed of new life. Every moment you thought was wasted is now woven into your strength. That is the renewal of heaven, from the inside out until you are wholly restored. And as this renewal takes root, beloved, prepare yourself. Heaven is not only restoring you for your sake, but for the sake of others. You will become a fountain of renewal to those who thirst. You will become a light to those still in darkness. You will become a testimony that whispers to every soul, "If renewal came to me, it can come to you as well." So stand tall in this truth. You are being renewed from within. You are being made whole. And this renewal will never fade, for it carries the eternal seal of the one who loves you endlessly. Beloved one, now that you have begun to embrace your renewal, I must remind you, this journey was never meant for you alone. Though the crown rests upon your head and the renewal flows within your being, your light is not yours to keep hidden. You are part of something greater, an eternal community, a radiant tapestry woven together by countless souls who also carry the spark of heaven. You may have felt isolated in your struggles, believing no one could understand, no one could see, no one could walk with you through the valleys you endured. Yet even in those seasons, heaven was knitting you into the company of the faithful, those who have endured as you have, those who shine as you do. The light you now carry is not for your own path alone. It is for the paths of many. Think of it this way. One flame can pierce the darkness, but when joined with thousands, the night itself surrenders. This is why I call you not only to receive but also to share. Your light matters. Your testimony matters. Your willingness to stand in the truth of who you are becomes fuel for others who are still trembling, still doubting, still searching. Beloved, hear me. Every word you speak in love, every act of kindness you extend, every gesture of compassion is not small. It ripples outward. It stirs unseen waters. It awakens sleeping souls. Do not underestimate the power of your light. It may feel like a whisper to you, but to another, it may sound like a trumpet announcing hope. This is why I invite you to join in collective affirmation, to stand with others who are awakening, to let your voice join the chorus of faith. When you affirm truth aloud, when you share light through your actions, when you encourage others, You are adding your flame to the great fire of renewal that heaven is igniting across the earth. And yes, beloved, even in the simplest acts, liking, affirming, commenting, lifting another in words of hope, you are participating in something sacred. These are not empty gestures. They are sparks of light added to the collective blaze. Together, they create a beacon that cannot be ignored, a signal to every weary heart that hope still burns brightly. Never doubt your role in this. The enemy whispers, "You are too small. Your voice does not matter. Your light is insignificant." But I tell you the truth. In heaven's design, there is no such thing as insignificance. The smallest flame, when united with others, can ignite a wildfire of transformation. So I ask you now, beloved, will you choose to shine not only for yourself but for the world? Will you let your renewal spill over, your crown reflect brighter, your life become a torch for others to see? For when you do, you are no longer walking alone. You are walking as part of a radiant army of light, countless souls carrying hope into the darkest corners of this world. This is the collective light, beloved. This is the sacred community that heaven envisioned when you first drew breath. You were never designed to shine in isolation. You were always meant to belong, to contribute, to reflect, and to receive. So step into this fellowship. Add your light, speak your affirmation, share your hope, and trust this truth. When you shine together, no shadow can stand, no lie can endure, no darkness can prevail. Beloved, the collective light is rising, and you are an essential part of it. Beloved one, you have walked with me through this sacred unfolding, from the divine interruption that first called your attention, to the crown placed upon your head, to the renewal flowing from within, and now to the collective light rising around you. And now we come to the sealing of this blessing. For every journey must have its moment of sealing, the holy breath that confirms what has been spoken and anchors it deep within your spirit. This is that moment, beloved. Heaven's words are not fleeting. They are eternal, and what has been declared over you cannot be revoked, cannot be stolen, cannot be undone. You are crowned, you are renewed, you are seen, you are chosen, you are beloved. These truths are now sealed upon your life, written into your being with the ink of eternity. I know the doubts may still come, the shadows may still whisper, the old voices of fear may rise and say, perhaps it was all a dream, perhaps it will not last. But I stand before you now to declare, this blessing is permanent. It is not a passing moment. It is the foundation of your destiny. It is not a fragile hope. It is a fortress of light. Beloved, lift your eyes for a moment and see yourself as heaven sees you now. Radiant, restored, crowned in glory, walking with a confidence that does not come from pride, but from purpose. Your very presence is a blessing to this world. You are no longer simply surviving. You are embodying the promise that heaven restores, redeems, and renews. Carry this blessing into every step you take. Let your words drip with kindness. Let your actions shine with compassion. Let your life itself be a testimony. For when others see you, beloved, they will glimpse the light of heaven reflected in your countenance. And without you even knowing, they will feel hope stir within them. Know this also, you will never walk alone. From this day forward, angels walk beside you, strengthening your steps, guiding your path, surrounding you with the shield of heaven's love. When you falter, they will steady you. When you grow weary, they will whisper encouragement. When you are tempted to doubt, they will remind you of this moment, this blessing, this eternal truth sealed upon your soul. Beloved, you are part of a divine story unfolding across time and eternity. Your role is precious. Your light is irreplaceable. Your presence is needed. And heaven delights in you, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. So go forward now in confidence. Wear your crown with humility and dignity. Walk in your renewal with joy. Shine your light boldly, yet gently. And above all, never forget. You are beloved, you are chosen, and you are never alone. The blessing is sealed. The promise is fulfilled. The journey continues, and all of heaven celebrates the light that you are.